got promised. Anything after this is pure speculation. I mean, that 727 could have a flare out right up here and land right in this yard. That'd be great for a lot of us. But I want it to be great for all of us. It'd be nice to go be with the Lord today. Whether we understand it or know it or not is not really that important. But what I wanted, where I was led is to show you how much time is like money. Everybody knows what that is. Everybody's seen money before. You've had money. You've gone through money. I usually don't have it long, but most people don't. But you know what, guys? Time is just like money. Time is just like money. It's a currency. Time is. You get a limited amount of it every day. If you got one of them lotteries and you chose that payout, you could get money every day. They give you money every day. And what would you do with that money every day? You go out and spend it. Yeah, all right. Well, you won the lottery, guys. The Lord is paying you in time. He gives you so much time every day. And you get to go out and spend it. Now then, I ask you to think about how you spend your money. How do you spend your time? Everybody has time to spend, and you get so much of it a day. Everybody gets 24 hours if they make it through the day. Now, let me tell you what you can do with it. You can waste it. I mean, you can blow it on frivolous things. You can enjoy it. Hey, you can go to the movie, you can buy a fine meal, you can regret it. You can regret what you buy with it, guys. Hey, you can spend your time just like your money. You can spend it doing good, and you can spend it doing evil. How many's ever spent your time doing evil? Spent your money doing evil? Whew. Yeah? I guess nobody raised their hand but me. Well, there's two of us. 3, 4. Okay. Holy Ghost getting hold of everybody. We're being convicted. But another thing you can do, what you can do with money, you can invest money. You can put your money to work for you, and it'll make a return. It'll make a good return if you invest it properly. But let me tell you what, you invest your time. You have time to invest. You can do all this other, you can waste it, you can do things productive, you can invest your time. And what it is, when you invest your money, you get returns in this life. But when you invest your time, you get returns in this life. But you also can invest your time in the future. See, God didn't put us here to live 70 and then check out and go on one way or the other. This is not the goal that your Creator had for you. Some people think this life is all there is. Let me tell you what, guys, this is basic training. Anybody ever been in basic training? Oh, goodness. Yeah, I do not have fond memories of basic training. But life is basic training. And what we do with this time affects others around us. it prepares us for an inheritance we have in a time zone we can't even understand. There's a new dimension of time that has no end that you are going to be ushered into. But you can make investments with your time, and I don't understand the whole concept. But God says He has other things for you to do, for us to do. When we end up in His throne room in heavenly places, He will put us in charge of things. Now, the Bible's not really clear on what kind of things we're in charge of. And I don't know, and I really don't care. I mean, if He set it up, it is the ultimate Garden of Eden. He put Adam and Eve down here in a garden. He gave them everything they needed. He has a new heaven and a new earth, a new garden prepared just for us. But if we invest our time poorly, we get poor results. We know that. And there's supernatural repercussions there. The fact is, to a great extent, and I'll skip on through this. You got it, and you're trying to follow me. But we're dual nature. We are body and we're spirit. I believe that we were created as spirits in God's image. Everybody here looks like God. If we could get rid of your body. Yeah. We're all spirits in God's image. Now what He did this strange thing to us. He made every one of you check out a body. Everybody got a body here? Yeah, everybody has to have a body or you wouldn't be here. You have to have a body to be on earth. But you are really a spirit created in God's image, dragging a body around with you. You're not a body with a spirit in it. God created you in His image. And you can blame your body on your parents. But your spirit, God gets credit for that. And He had a good plan. The good plan is where you spend everlasting life. The fact is, everybody here in this courtyard, every one of you is going to exist eternally. You're all going to have eternal life. Guess what? You all have eternal life. What you do from this day forward depends on where you spend your eternal life. And there's not a dial spinning. You're not throwing dice. You're not drawing straws. The fact is, you are in control of where you spend eternal life. And to a great extent, the scriptures point out to a great extent what you do with your time while you're on this earth. While you are in charge of this body, what you do with this body while you're in charge of it determines where you spend eternal life. So, guess what, guys? We can't blame it on the devil. You can't say the devil made me do this, because he put us in charge. Whoa! Why would he do a thing like that? Now I don't have any excuses. But I choose to do everything that I do. And so do you. You choose to spend every minute of your money, every dollar of your money where you want to. You spend every minute of your time where you want to and how you want to. Any of it blowing any of it? Any of you invest in any of it? You can invest your time in other people. I mean, there was some dude somewhere, and nobody knows his name. Well, somebody probably does. Somebody led Billy Graham to the Lord. Somebody. Could have been some teacher out here, could have been Tom Amato out here, giving the word, and Billy Graham walked by and, whoa, that meant something to me. That spoke to me and sparked a fire. But whoever invested that amount of time in Billy Graham reaped significant rewards. And you don't know. I mean, when you sow seeds, buddy, you don't know where they're going to sprout. You don't know how many seeds that plant's going to give off, and where those are going to sprout and how they're going to mature. The fact is, you have to be as good a steward with your time as you are with your money. You better be, because that's something we all have. All of us don't have money. I learned that. I have for several years, you know. But money isn't our life goal. It's the American way, but we're not part of the American way. We're part of God's way. And God's way is invest your time. Your time is what He gives you. It's from Him. Of course, there's a parable I like. Parable's a story with spiritual meaning. It's about a master who gave various amounts of possessions, very worthy possessions. They call it talents in that parable, but it could be money, it could be time, and the talent at that time was, if you equate it to money, was a year's wage. I think he gave one of them 5 years' wages, you know. I mean, that's, hey, here, I'm leaving town, I'm going to be gone for a long time. Well, that dude came back, and the people that had invested their time wisely and made a good return, he rewarded them wisely. And that parable is a parallel to you, every one of you right here. It's what you do with it. And he had one dude, poor dude, he didn't invest it at all. He didn't make a thing. But you know what his reward was? Same thing he made with it. Zero. He didn't make a thing. Got no reward. I even, in my mind, I carry that parable a little further. I had another section to it about some stewards that take what they get, take their money or their wealth, that possession, and instead of investing it or instead of just hiding it and doing nothing with it, a lot of us just flat out blow it. We waste it. Anybody ever blown money, just wasted money? Ooh. Anybody ever blown time in your life? Sections of your life, you just blew it, wasted it? I can tell you what, I'm not going to give a testimony. Everybody knows why I don't give my testimony, because I'm afraid all the statutes haven't run out on what I did. They could still come back and get me. But I wasted a lot of money, and I wasted a lot of time. There's a 20-year period out of my life that I can't really account for. I mean, the investments I made were terrible. The rewards I reaped for it are terrible. I have, since I came back to the Lord and learned how to pray, I started praying for crop failure. Lord, please don't let these wild seed I sowed come to fruition. But much to my dismay, a lot of them have. You know, and if you sow bad seed, you're going to reap bad crops. And fact is, you may not be able to outlive the effects of those in this life. The bad use of time that we make in this life will probably follow us for the rest of our life here. But it won't follow us past this life.